Hi and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from the beautiful Post Oak Lodge in Tulsa.
This is just a beautiful part of northern Tulsa. Local lore says pioneers fell in love with the Osage Hills woodlands, valley, and sparkling ponds. In the early 1980s, this area was a Catholic church camp. Decades later, it's a privately owned lodge and retreat, home to family getaways, corporate retreats, weddings, conferences, and reunions. We'll show you around throughout the show.
But first, a smaller getaway location in southern Oklahoma that just might be perfect for Valentine's Day weekend.
Tina McGee takes us to Thackerville's River of Love Cabins.
Nestled in scenic southern Oklahoma, a stone's throw from the Red River, tucked in the heart of Love County, you'll find a quiet, cozy couples retreat.
We have 5 cabins, all of which are secluded and private. Once you come here, I mean, it's set up for couples, so it's made for anniversaries, honeymoons. If you're just looking to surprise your significant other, you can come here, and it's a total detach from the world, and it's just a little slice of heaven. That's my best description I can give of it.
River of Love Cabins offers a romantic getaway, encouraging couples to escape the demands of everyday life and reconnect with each other.
Once you get to your cabins, you're surrounded by nature, and you're kind of tucked away into all these woods, and you just hear the creek running, you get to hear the birds chirping, you get to hear the wind blowing. It's something that you're not hearing sirens blow or horns honking, you know, it's a nice, relaxing sound and a nice environment.
Parker Liddell calls the cabins rustic luxury, beautifully decorated and fully furnished, featuring a hot tub or jacuzzi bath and a full kitchen. Each cabin has its own romantic theme and spectacular view. And if you'd like something a little different, there's even a 1940s railroad car known as the Love Train Caboose. The romantic railroad theme is carried out down to the tiniest detail.
And then you go to the Greenbrier, and it's a completely different feel. It's more of it's a homey. You have a jacuzzi tub indoors. You have an outdoor shower, which is totally, you know, it's stuff, we try to do stuff that people are like, wow, that's kind of cool to experience, let's try this.
The Love Shack is always one of the customer favorites. It's known as being one of the most romantic cabins. One of its unique features is the suspended bed.
I just love it out here. I think one of my favorite things is just how peaceful it is. You know, you have the hot tub out on the deck, and then you have the hammock out back. You can just lay there and just really relax.
With no cell phone service and no Wi-Fi, couples get to focus on relaxing and reconnecting with each other. River of Love Cabin sits on 60 beautiful acres and is adjoined to a wildlife reservation.
So if you're feeling adventurous and you want to hike to the river, there is an awesome trail that we have from our cabins to the river. And once you get to your final destination there, you're standing on top of a bluff that's just a beautiful look. And it's just a gorgeous hike if you're into that. But once you get to the river, it ends in a beautiful view of the bluff that you can just see miles and miles. You're above everything else, and the water's running. The color of the bluff is absolutely gorgeous. It's like a slate gray or a blue, and on the pretty days it just really pops.
If you're looking for a place to escape and just collect your thoughts, and I mean, it's perfect. You're surrounded by nature, and it's extremely peaceful. Every time we've stayed out here, I just feel completely rejuvenated.
So our slogan are the 3 R's. It's rest, relax, and renew, and which is something that we didn't really come up with, but we have journals inside of each cabin. And so people just kept writing and kept writing, and hey, we feel so rested, we feel so relaxed, our marriage is renewed. And so it was like, hey, let's make this our slogan, and it just come about that way, and that's what we stuck with, and now it's on our business cards.
Rustic luxury and quality time with your love. And who knows, maybe you'll even carve your initials in one of the trees. In Thackerville, I'm Tina McGee, Discovering Oklahoma.
The River of Love Cabins are so secluded, the best location we can give you is it's just off exit 5 from I-35 in Thackerville. You can check out all the cabins, see rates, and make reservations at their website, riveroflove.com. North from those cabins is a historic restaurant and hotel that you've got to check out.
The Dominion House in Guthrie is a wonderful place to stay overnight, have a fantastic meal. You can spend the day at the spa, and you can also get married there. Let's take a look. The Dominion House Boutique Hotel is beautiful, majestic, impressive. In 2004, the owners created this as an event center for weddings, receptions, birthdays, and anniversaries.
And now we have added a boutique hotel, and we have just opened up a restaurant. So now you can come here and kind of have everything.
This is now the perfect definition of a one-stop shop for a variety of events, especially weddings.
You could stay here for the weekend, you can have your rehearsal dinner here, we can do brunch, like bridesmaids luncheons and stuff like that. Obviously getting married, have your reception, everything.
Let's begin in the rather spacious ballroom, which can hold approximately 325 people.
So the ballroom can be used from anything from a Christmas party to just a banquet, fundraisers. We've had conferences, obviously weddings, receptions, we've done all of that.
And I mentioned you can get married at the Dominion House.
We also have the chapel, which can be a backup just in case it rains, or you can choose obviously the chapel. And it's got chandeliers. It has 6 big windows that look out into the garden, so you can kind of get that feel, but you're still inside with that natural light coming in.
But if you prefer that natural light, literally outside, there's also a large, very pretty wedding garden complete with koi pond, waterfalls, and lots of flowers. Another recent addition to the Dominion House is the 602 Bistro. Currently only open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. They plan on expanding to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Right now, though, their menu is eclectic.
So that's what we really want to have, a cultural experience and not just one type of food. Plus we'll have seasonal menus, seasonal drinks. And again, just to kind of try and make everybody, have everybody have a different experience.
As for the rooms, they are beautifully decorated, elegant yet casual, and very comfortable.
So basically we have 10 rooms open right now. We'll be opening an additional 4 in the next couple of weeks. We'll also have a spa that we're going to open up. And then the new rooms, the first 10 are, I would say, a mix between traditional and modern. So you have anything from glass showers to vintage clawfoot tubs. And so we kind of wanted to mix the two and have a really neat feel. The rooms that we'll be opening up here upstairs are going to be more of your traditional B&B feel, which will have some more vintage beds and things like that.
Dominion House was finished in 1928, and from that year to the 70s, it was an orphanage, a children's home. The heirs purchased the property early 2000 and have literally transformed this amazing building. What is this, Trey?
Well, this is the actual ballroom as it stood when the children were here, as it served as a children's home that was owned by, or run by the Masons here locally. And so the children, this is where that they were had food service, three meals a day, if you will.
And this is what the ballroom looks like today, but this photo shows what the ballroom looked like when the heirs discovered the property.
This building was actually one of the 4 orphanages, or 4 dormitory buildings, that the kids were housed in. And this was actually a series of carriage doors on the bottom. That's where they kept the carriages.
Regardless of the reason you would come to the Dominion House, a romantic weekend, a wedding, a conference, or
if you're looking for just a little bit of adventure, especially here as a staycation, I think it's just the perfect way.
And located less than a mile from downtown Guthrie, you can always get in some fun shopping as well.
The Dominion House is located at 602 East College in Guthrie. You can plan your trip at their website, dominionhouseguthrie.com.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
We hand batter our catfish every single fillet.
And wait until you hear what else keeps the customers coming back to this spot.
I love seeing all of the fish and all the weird creatures that live under the sea.
Plus, how our landlocked state still gives you the chance to take a peek under the sea.
You won't be disappointed, and you'll be very shocked. Very shocked. Very shocked.
And the surprise waiting for you at this barbecue joint in Tulsa. It's all coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma.
If you want a car from a company that's been building them for 115 years, get a Ford. If you want Waze and Amazon Alexa compatibility, get a Ford. If you want a car that doesn't have any of that, get anything but a Ford. Otherwise, you're gonna want a Ford.
drive a new Escape today with $4,500 bonus cash plus $1,000 owner loyalty cash. Only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Made in Oklahoma. It's more than a label, it's a passion. A commitment to Oklahoma and its people. When you support Made in Oklahoma members, you're investing in high quality, local products that are good for you and good for Oklahoma. So when you shop, look for local. Bring the taste of home into your kitchen and know that you're supporting fellow Oklahomans while creating delicious recipes made with only the best Oklahoma has to offer. Find out more at MIOcoalition.com.
The Oklahoma Department of Agritourism salutes Mountie Ranch Mustangs in Colgate. Plan your trip to observe wild Mustangs on the beautiful ranch in southeast Oklahoma.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the Post Oak Lodge in Tulsa. Such a great place to take in some of the most beautiful views in northeast Oklahoma. And while you're in Tulsa, you owe it to yourself to check out one of this area's gems, the Oklahoma Aquarium in Jenks.
Julie Chin chose us the latest addition there. It's the Polynesian Reef exhibit.
Today's my birthday, so I decided to come here.
Just like Allie, the Oklahoma Aquarium is celebrating, and to mark 15 years, the aquarium opened its new Polynesian Reef.
The Polynesian Reef, which is home to the most colorful and diverse fish species in the world, that's something we just haven't shown. This finally completes our collection.
What do you think of the new exhibit?
I like it.
A 65,000-gallon, 10-foot deep tank houses the reef with 75 colorful species inside.
It's so pretty. It's very pretty.
The number of fish in here will double in the coming months.
I love seeing all of the fish and all the weird creatures that live under the sea.
When you walk in, you're surrounded kind of like an amphitheater, about at least 180 degrees to 200 degrees around you.
Aquarium staffers have been handcrafting the reef for the past year.
All the rock work that you see, all that's handmade, by the guys and hand painted, and then the artificial corals are produced by another company, and we install them. It's a little difficult. There's 1,400 pieces of coral.
You'll find hand-carved tikis too. A local chainsaw artist made them.
These are Oklahoma tikis.
A shipwreck completes the reef where two large moray eels lurk inside.
They're creepy.
Time your visit just right, and you can catch the dive show each afternoon at 3.
The diver actually gets in and hand feeds those eels, and she's raised those eels since they were little bitty, and they're about 6 feet long now, and they're great big around. They're huge eels, and they come out, they know her, she grabs them, she pets them, and she does all that underwater, and people just love it.
And there's still a lot of work going on behind the scenes with this exhibit. In the next few months, the aquarium will be adding a humphead wrasse fish, which can grow up to 400 pounds. And within the next year, they're planning on adding zebra sharks.
They're small right now. We hatched them. We have 3 of them. We're going to put at least 1 in next Shark Week, and they get about 7 feet long.
That's not the only thing the aquarium is planning. It's already diving into its next project.
We're going to make this huge octopus exhibit, and it's going to be gorgeous. We'll have different aspects of it where he can hide and that kind of thing and kind of swim a lot more, have more room, and it'll be interactive, so kids will be able to crawl underneath and pop up into the exhibit. So yeah, it's going to be really special.
The Oklahoma Aquarium, 15 years strong and still making a splash.
Thank you for your support. We really appreciate it. We've got a lot more coming, and the next 15 years is going to be amazing. So thanks again for your support, and please come visit.
You should come here because it's amazing. Yeah, it's been a perfect birthday.
In Jenks, I'm Julie Chin, Discovering Oklahoma.
The Oklahoma Aquarium is located at 300 Aquarium Drive in Jenks. They're open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day and stay open a little later on Tuesdays. Check out their website, okaquarium.org, for more information.
After a trip under the sea, now it's time to hit the road again.
Now, our next destination is a place famous for its peaches, but they are serving up so much more at McGee's Café in Stratford. Jennifer Reynolds is going to take us there.
At McGee's in Stratford, there appears to be a very fine line between regulars and live-ins.
It's on Main Street here in town, and if the doors are open, I'm pretty much here.
6 days a week, you can find local Sean Bradstreet right here, munching up breakfast and lunch, and on Monday and Friday nights when McGee's is open for dinner.
I probably pay the light bill at this place at times because I'm here so much.
Stratfordian Fred Stevens also pays his share of the light bill.
At least once a week, a couple of times a week, almost every Friday, every other Monday, yeah, we're here.
And on Fridays, when Stratford High has off-campus lunch, you better plan around the red and black-clad Bulldog crew who almost all recommend the chicken waffle fries.
Before I ate it, it was really nice and cheesy and had some really well-cooked chicken.
All right, you put the ranch on it or you dip it in it?
I dip it in the ranch.
Jasmine Tiger bucks the Bulldog trend with the loaded fries.
Bacon, cheese, and green onions.
Now you gotta go back to school with onion breath, however.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Lots of folks go for McGee's hand-pressed burgers and endangered species. But second-generation restaurateurs Stephen and Kayla McGee make it a point to do things the old-fashioned way and to cook up all kinds of stuff since they're the only restaurant in town. Their slogan is on their shirts.
Yep, a little bit of everything for everybody.
Stephen started handling breakfast when they opened 10 years ago.
I had no clue about breakfast, but I told her, I said, I need to learn this because, to be honest with you, I didn't want to be the one sending the kids to school. So
Pancakes are from scratch. It was my mom's recipe, her biscuit recipe. Meatloaf is every other Thursday. That's one of our biggest sellers.
It's the best meatloaf I've ever had.
Salisbury steak, chicken Alfredo, chicken Parmesan.
Depends on the day.
Lasagna. We do stews. We do country dinners.
The sliders, we like the Mexican on Monday nights.
Chicken, cheese, and beef enchiladas. And I make the rice and the beans, everything from scratch.
My wife, she loves fish, so she likes the Friday night fish.
That's the special all-day Friday.
We hand batter our catfish every single fillet.
The tartar sauce is out of this world.
And cabbage. Everybody comes for my cabbage. They love the boiled cabbage.
So how do you make boiled cabbage good?
Oh, sugar, 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 salt, and pepper, bacon, butter, all the bad things for you, but it sure is good.
And of course, home-baked desserts. Fred has a favorite.
Carrot cake. I don't know if they have anything else. It's all about the carrot cake.
But don't just take the live-ins' word for it. The out-of-towners say the same.
It's delicious. We had the supreme nachos, and it was very good. I highly recommend it.
I ate the grilled ham and cheese, and it was delicious.
I had the hamburger steak and the okra and waffle fries. Delicious.
McGee's Café, a little something for everyone. In Stratford, I'm Jennifer Reynolds for Discover Oklahoma.
McGee's Café is located at 140 West Main Street in Stratford. They're open 6:30 to 3 p.m. most days, but stay open late for dinner till 8 p.m. on Friday and Monday. They're closed on Sundays.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
I like the lemon cake and the loaded baked potato.
But it's not what you think. Wait until you see what they're talking about.
I just had it was a divine inspiration. You know, I like to barbecue, and I thought I'd just spread it to the masses.
Plus, the Tulsa man on a mission to spread his love of barbecue, where you can get a taste, coming up a little bit later, right here on Discover Oklahoma.
In the oil fields of Drumright, Oklahoma, Freddy's Barbecue and Steakhouse was born. Now, more than 56 years later, Freddy's is still an Oklahoma favorite, with our famous cabbage rolls made from scratch every morning, our award-winning tabbouleh with only the freshest ingredients, and of course, the hand-carved steaks, slow-smoked barbecue, and delicious seafood. Freddy's Barbecue and Steakhouse, a delicious Oklahoma tradition.
You've been on a hell of a ride.
On stage, I joke about I've been out making up these songs and playing them everywhere for 23 years, and in 2017, at 39, 40 years old, I've become an up-and-comer.
Floating in the water, floating in the sky,
Never been so broken, never been so high.
Gather around and go for a ride through Oklahoma's all-new travel guide. See art, culture, big city venues, blazing neon, flavorful menus. Find a cabin where you can unwind. Grab your travel guide and see what you find.
This portion of Discover Oklahoma is brought to you by Oklahoma Ag Credit, financing country living.
Welcome back to the Post Oak Lodge in Tulsa, a great place for any type of group gathering, a wedding, retreat, or reunion, or just visit with your family. As you make the drive to Tulsa, you might need a little snack for the road.
But why settle for convenience store candy when you can have the finest snack around?
Shelly Mills takes us to Oklahoma Gourmet Popcorn and more.
I like the lemon cake and the loaded baked potato.
Who knew there were so many options when it comes to popcorn? Here at Oklahoma Gourmet Popcorn, DJ Bowles and his staff are popping up a good time. Buckets full of flavored popcorn, more than you could imagine. This store started as part of a project DJ's senior year in college. After some research, he decided the project could work as an actual business.
When I graduated, it was just an idea. I had no idea how to make popcorn.
That was 2.5 years ago. He's learned some lessons along the way, but his business has taken off.
The way, we were raised is I don't know, you can do anything until proven wrong, but you got to try it.
In August 2016, he opened this location along 19th Street and more. A year later, he opened a second store in Edmond.
There's a lot to choose from.
At the moment, we have over 65 flavors. We have everything from butter to cheese coated to caramel coated to drizzled to chocolate to candy coated.
With so many flavors, it can be really hard to choose exactly which one you want to take home. That's why they offer free samples of as many as you'd like to try. Let's go with cinnamon.
My personal favorites are cinnamon bun and loaded baked potato and jalapeno cheddar. I could go on.
You can get the popcorn in a variety of bag sizes or in tins that range from 1 to 6.5 gallons. Some hold just one flavor, others hold multiple flavors. There are also options for special occasions.
And a lot of things we get to do are really happy. People come in here for Valentine's Day, for birthdays, for newborns, because we have, it just popped. There's a lot of punny things you can do with popcorn.
Besides popcorn, this shop also has a variety of nostalgic candies.
I got some candy that's older than I am, so I don't know the value of it sometimes, but we get some people, they're like, I haven't seen those since blah, 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 and then they tell me how they spent a nickel on it.
Beyond weddings and showers, DJ says they get a lot of requests for fundraisers and corporate gifts. And when it comes to all those flavors, his best advice is be adventurous. Flavors you may be afraid to try could quickly become your favorite. But you'll never know if you don't give it a try. In more, Shelly Mills, Discover Oklahoma.
Oklahoma Gourmet Popcorn has locations on Southwest 19th Street and more and South Broadway in Edmond. Hit up their website, ogpopcorn.com, for more information.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
Absolutely falls off the bone, and try different meats every time, but I always go back to the spare ribs and the brisket.
The must-stop spot in Tulsa if you're craving barbecue. We're going to hit up Monty's when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Explore new horizons in your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Get the excitement rolling. Reawaken your sense of adventure. Discover totally unexpected thrills. Order your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide today at travelok.com.
What do you want when you go on vacation? How about adventure or just relaxation? You might want an edge where your mind grows wings, or maybe a place to see spectacular things. How about a road where you can get your kicks? Throw music and art into your bag of trips. This is the land of wonders, far and wide. When you're in Oklahoma, just enjoy the ride. Visit travelok.com and explore. Come see for yourself when you want to see more.
There are some things you just can't contain. Oklahoma Today magazine is bursting with culture. Mind-blowing restaurants, trips, adventures, and so much more. This Valentine's Day, surprise your special someone with an irresistible one-year subscription. Now only $14.95. Oklahoma Today magazine. Break through the ordinary.
We've had a great time today checking out the Post Oak Lodge in Tulsa.
And while we are in town, I think we may as well check out some of the best barbecue in the state. Jason Grubbs takes us to Monty's.
Monty's barbecue and chicken can fill up pretty quick. Customers start lining up for lunch about 11:30 in the morning.
It's great. It's good.
And it can get just as busy for dinner.
I gave it a Yelp review of 5.
Jerry Ellis lives in Oklahoma City, and every time he comes to Tulsa, Monty's is where he wants to go. Jerry's having spare ribs and brisket for lunch today.
Absolutely falls off the bone, and try different meats every time, but I always go back to the spare ribs and the brisket.
It is very good. It has a very good taste. I was coming in, I was going to get chicken, and the smell of the barbecue from outside, I had to have barbecue.
Add some hot or sweet barbecue sauce. Both are delicious, but you want to go easy because you want to be able to taste that special seasoning Monty's known for.
You don't need that much with good barbecue, and this is good barbecue.
Everything has to be perfect. I can't just sell anyone anything.
Monty Williams spent a lot of time tinkering with the recipes before opening in the spring of 2017.
I had to keep doing it until I got it right.
He's always had a knack for cooking, smoking meats at home for his family, friends, and neighbors.
I just had it was a divine inspiration. You know, I like to barbecue, and I thought I'd just spread it to the masses.
Monty set up his menu so you can eat here several times a week, and there's a lot to choose from.
Maybe you feel like barbecue, maybe you feel like chicken, maybe you feel like fish, catfish that is, shrimp.
That catfish batter is whipped up in-house, so is the meat seasoning. The #1 sellers are chicken and ribs.
The meat is very good, very tender.
That's great. Can't complain. We got the smoked chicken. Fell apart with the fork. Tastes good.
I've had the 2 meat and tried different kinds of meat. The ribs were great. The bologna's good. The sliced brisket you can take apart with a fork, so it's good.
The baked beans are also made in-house, along with the coleslaw, seasoned green beans, and mac and cheese. Monty says his recipes, dedication, and love for his food is what makes the meals so good.
You won't be disappointed, and you'll be very shocked. Very shocked. Very shocked.
At Monty's Barbecue and Chicken in Tulsa, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. All you have to do is log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A big thank you to everyone here at Post Oak Lodge in Tulsa for hosting us this week. Check out their website, postoaklodge.com, for a look at everything this fantastic location has to offer, including a zip line.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're headed to a sweet bed and breakfast in southern Oklahoma.
Plus, sweet treats and incredible breakfast and lunch menus at this Norman hotspot. Next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.